There are two things now, two conditions now I'll explain about. First of all, if the vehicle is just fully electric, okay, it doesn't take fuel, it doesn't take the petrol or diesel in it, and if it is fully electric, can be charged completely, this vehicle is allowed by TfL to get licensed. And another one is which is allowed to license at the moment is called plug-in hybrid car. So plug-in hybrid cars are allowed as well, but there is condition on these plug-in hybrid cars, which I will explain in the details. Yeah, so these are the two sort of vehicles which can be licensed: electric and plug-in hybrid. Hi my friends, how you doing guys? Welcome back to another vlog. This is Ramiz here. As usually I'm speaking from this YouTube platform of private hire driver. Guys, welcome back to another vlog. In this vlog I'm going to speak about the private hire vehicle licensing, that what sort of vehicles at the moment are being used by private hire drivers in the market, and what sort of vehicles should be bought, and what sort of vehicles should be avoided to buy. Okay, because see, the things have changed since this January 2023. Before then, January 2023, there was a big queue of the hybrid cars at these the inspection offices of TfL to put the vehicle licensing over it, because people were buying the hybrid cars which could be used for a couple of years in this private hire driver industry. Yeah, in this private hire industry. So so many people rushed to put the license over hybrid cars until this 2022 December, because from January 2023 things have changed. Only those vehicles which are fully electric or which are plug-in hybrid cars, these sort of cars are now allowed to get the license over the vehicle, and remaining which are like hybrid ones, just the simple hybrid cars, cannot be licensed anymore, no matter if those are 2018, 2020 or 2019 vehicles. Yeah, they cannot be licensed if they are the ordinary just the hybrid cars. However, there are two things now, two conditions now I'll explain about. First of all, if the vehicle is just fully electric, okay, it doesn't take fuel, it doesn't take the petrol or diesel in it, and if it is fully electric, can be charged completely, this vehicle is allowed by TfL to get licensed. And another one is which is allowed to license at the moment is called plug-in hybrid car. So plug-in hybrid cars are allowed as well, but there is condition on these plug-in hybrid cars, which I will explain in the details. Yeah, so these are the two sort of vehicles which can be licensed: electric and plug-in hybrid. So right, so for example, the car I have got is 2013 Prius, and for me, I bought, it is essential for me to use this car until this October 2023, because this is a 2013 hybrid car, the old one, and it cannot be licensed anymore. Means that next car which I'm gonna buy, I will give up on this hybrid car which I have got, and I'll have to either go for the fully electric car, or either I will have to go through to this the plug-in hybrid car. But I'll explain it to you about my choice also at the end of the vlog, that what I'm gonna do and what the situation I'll have to face, and I'll explain it to you. So before going into that situation, before going into that explanation, I'll tell you that what is the private hire vehicle licensing. Yeah, so let's say you got a private hire driver badge, and you have become you can even drive for Uber, you can drive for Bolt as a private hire driver, but you need a vehicle as well. Either you rent it, you buy it, or you rent to buy scheme, you go for those kind of schemes, or you get through the finance, or whatever things you're gonna do. Obviously you need a car to do the jobs of private hire driver. Okay, so there are so many options in the market available, and you need a vehicle basically. So for example, if you want to buy a car and you will face two situations if you want to buy a car. First of all, either it is already licensed car, like it has already private vehicle, the license over it, and paper document is also available with the car. And for example, the car is a hybrid car, it is 2016 2018, and you look on the Facebook market, you look onto the Auto Trader, Car Giant, and you see that the cars are available to sell. So many sellers are selling these sort of already pre-licensed cars, yeah, and people are gonna buy it, and the new drivers are gonna buy it, and the amount is usually between 10,000 pound to 20,000, 22, 23,000 pounds, depending on the model, depending on the mileage these cars are on at. And you will search the car, and first, for example, you have the budget of like 12,000 to 14,000 pounds. You can go ahead and buy like 2017 and 2016 or 2018 Prius, which is already licensed car, and you're gonna use it for a couple of years, yeah. And these cars are definitely available in the market. You get it, you buy those cars, the one already licensed ones. And let's say if your mind is doesn't adjust on the used cars, and you want to buy the new car, guys, so then you have to either buy the electric car, and if it is not fully electric, you will have to buy this the plug-in hybrid car. And the situation is, it should be of two types, yeah. So the plug-in hybrid car, it should be doing 10 miles on full charge, means it should have it should be chargeable as well, and it should you should be capable of driving it to 10 miles without the fuel, without the like petrol or diesel, on full electric. But this car, which can be which you can drive for 10 miles just on electric, it should not exhaust the emission of 50 gram per kilometer. Okay, means that per kilometer your vehicle shouldn't exhaust the CO2 emission, and it should be capable of running 10 miles, yeah, 10 miles in range, or 16.093 kilometer. So one is this condition. And the second plug-in hybrid car which can be licensed, it should do 20 miles on full electric, means it should be plug-in hybrid and chargeable as well, and it should run 20 miles over the battery without the the diesel or petrol fuel. Okay, and it shouldn't exhaust the emissions of 75 gram per kilometer. Okay, so this is the second term. So how to find these things? Whichever vehicle, let's say you're gonna buy, you get the V5C, the logbook. Okay, and over the logbook it is mentioned usually that what sort of CO2 emission standards are over this the car. Okay, so you should go to the V5C book, which you get it, or when you're gonna buy it, just see the V5C book, that if it has got the emission standards over it or not. Secondly, the thing is that if it doesn't have this thing CO2 emission standard mentioned over V5C, in this case you should be contacting the manufacturers and ask them the certificate of conformity. Okay, so this is COC, means certificate of conformity, which you can get from the manufacturer. Let's say if it is a Honda, Toyota, Hyundai, they are gonna give you this certificate. You can obtain from them. Just ring their customer services, book an appointment in their office, and get this certificate, which should mention these two conditions. Okay, in case your car is gonna be plug-in hybrid new car. Okay, so then you get these three kind of vehicles. You go you book the inspection for the car, and you get it licensed. So I can advise you guys, let's say if you're gonna buy a second hand car which is very low mileage, not the brand new one. Okay, or if you're gonna buy the brand new one, for example, you should check what is the registration number of the car. Okay, so from the seller, ask the reg number, and you can ring the customer services of TFL, okay, which is inspection center helpline. Yeah, so ring inspection center helpline and confirm with them that if this car is eligible to be licensed as private hire vehicle or not. Yeah, so this is what you're gonna do. I'll just drop in the description the number of this TFL inspection team, and as well I'll drop the link which I'm discussing now of the TFL website. Yeah, I'll drop that link and you can even check these two things. Yeah, like you open the link of this the TFL website, which will explain all these things which I already told it in this vlog. Yeah, so these are the current situations at the moment. Electric car you have to buy, or either you have to buy plug-in hybrid car which shouldn't exhaust the emission of 50 gram per kilometer, and the car should not should have minimum range of 10 miles per charge. Okay, and second condition is your car shouldn't emit more than 75 gram of per kilometer of emission, and it should be driven, it should have the capability of to be driven 20 miles minimum, okay, over the battery. So these are the three things, guys, you should remember before buying a new or before buying a second hand car which is not licensed, and you have to get it licensed, get the registration number, and confirm it from the TFL team that if it can be licensed or not. This is the better idea. Yeah, I can tell you guys. So already I explained enough about it, right? So I'll tell so now I'm gonna tell you the situation about myself. I have this car 2013 Prius, and I will eventually give up in this October, and I'll have to buy another car. I'll be at the similar situation as yours. Let's say you are gonna buy a car which is already licensed one, or you have to buy a car which you have to get it licensed as it should be a new car or used car, doesn't matter, but you should check the conditions which I already explained in the vlog. If you fulfill the criteria, you can get the car licensed. Okay, but now the tricky things come now is that I have contacted Uber office, and I speak with them to ask them, because I come to know that from 2025 Uber will be accepting the private hire vehicles which are fully electric only, and these electric cars can go to zone 1. Okay, means there is no issue for the electric cars to get into the zone 1 and work over there, and remaining cars which are not allowed to get into the zone 1, it will not be the electric ones. Okay, so the electric cars will be only allowed to do the jobs in zone 1, which is congestion zone, CZ, okay, congestion zone. And so what I believe, Uber give you permission to accept rides or to take the rides in central London, which if you have just the electric car. If you don't have electric car, you won't be allowed to do the jobs by Uber in zone 1, okay, in congestion zone. So this is gonna make a big difference, because so many people who already have bought the hybrid cars or plug-in hybrid cars, okay, the old ones which already are pre-licensed, even a normal hybrid car, people have bought it, and those cars are already licensed. They are expecting it to used by 2028. Let's say 2018 car, somebody has bought it and already licensed it before this January, and he's expecting to use this car by 2028, because you are allowed to use the car for 10 years, okay, as Uber X, or as the Uber, as X cars, yeah, and XL car, for example. So this guy, whoever has bought it, maybe he doesn't know from 2025 he will not be allowed to enter in this zone 1, or if he enters in zone 1, either he has to pay some money extra over it, or maybe he will be issued a penalty charge. I believe this is how I think that the cars people already have bought, which are not the accepted plug-in hybrid or not accepted electric cars. But sorry, I'm unsure about this plug-in hybrid car, but because plug-in hybrid cars will not be accepted in 2025 to enter into the zone 1 or congestion zone. It will be just fully electric. I have confirmed with the Uber team and they told me that yes, from 2025 I think the TfL will make it mandatory for the vehicles to enter in zone 1. These vehicles should only be electric. Okay guys, so so according to this scenario, what I'm gonna do personally, I'm gonna buy either same hybrid car, because hybrid car is very convenient. Is you put just a fuel in it and you use it for straight for 300 to 400 miles at least in the full tank, and normally I'm getting like 80 miles per gallon, yeah, from the vehicle which I use. But in case of electric car, here is a glitch. Here is something not nice. You have to if you want to do the 400 miles, okay, of the jobs which I prefer to do in a shift, like I prefer to do like 250 miles, yeah, for example. In this scenario, I will have, if I have electric car, I will have to put it on charge for a couple of hours over the charging point. Maybe for, even though it is 1 or 2 hours, you have to put it on charge, on the fast charge, yeah. So it will be a hassle. So electric cars, to be honest, not so much practical, and you have to charge it one time during the jobs. And imagine that you took a job which is like you already done 100 to 150 miles of job, and you got a job which gonna take you to Coventry, to Birmingham, for example, and in the way your charging is gonna finish. So customers won't allow you to charge your car for 1 to 2 hours at the charging point, and then you take them to Birmingham. Okay, so so electric cars not so much ideal at the moment. What I'm gonna do, either I'm gonna buy a hybrid car again, which I can use for like 2 years, which I can use in 2023, 2024, and in 2025 I will just give up on this car and buy the electric car that time. Okay, so this is my first priority, that I don't want the electric car instantly, because I want to do the jobs without any hassle, without charging the vehicle. I just go on the road, make my money. Wherever I want to go, I go quickly, because I have like in a full tank of fuel, I mean in full tank of petrol, I can drive it for like 350, 400 miles plus. Anywhere I put the fuel in the car, and instantly I do the more jobs. Yeah, this is more convenient, and this is what I'm thinking. For 1 to 2 years, I'll be using the hybrid car again. I'll buy another hybrid car for 1 to 2 years. This is my priority. Second priority is maybe I will go ahead with the electric car, and it should be Tesla car. Okay, if I go for the electric car, this is the second option which it is in my mind. Okay, so pretty much explained it to you guys. So before you guys are gonna buy the car, okay, think about these things which I explained in this vlog, and make your mind. Okay, so from 2025 changes are happening, and if you plan to buy a car for the long term, guys, go for the electric car, fully electric car. Okay, and unlike me, like I don't mind buying for one car which can help me to which can help me to do the jobs for 1 to 2 years. I don't mind. Then in 2025 I'll see what sort of electric cars option is available for me. So pretty much explained the scenario about the market, and about the future, what is gonna happen, and how I am gonna do in the first attempt and in the second attempt. Okay, so first attempt for me is to get the hybrid car for 1 to 2 more years until I can use these hybrid cars, the pre-licensed one, the old car which already somebody has used it and will give up on me. I'll buy that car and use it for 1 to 2 years. And second option is in my mind, that I'll go for the electric car. Okay, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on the used car, or I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on the pre-licensed car, which which is like for 20,000, 18,000, 15,000. No, so for example, I'll sell this car for 5,000-6,000 pounds, and on the top I'll put like maybe 2,000 to 3,000 pounds extra, and I'll find a car which will be like 2015, which will be like 2016 model, and I'll use it. Okay, and then in 2025, hopefully I live long So in 2025, I'll change to the electric car. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me right now. I hope I have answered your lot of questions. And be careful before making your decision. 2025 is coming ahead of you as well. And don't spend a lot of money thinking that only the hybrid car can help you, okay, in the future. So eventually you'll have to go for electric or this, for the electric car. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me now. I'll speak to you in another vlog. Until the next time, bye bye.